streaming. Ba, 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 ba.
Ba, 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 ba.
Did I ever tell you that there's no more 300? There's now the 200.
What do you mean?
We don't do the 300 anymore. We just do the
Are we
two.
live?
Yeah, we're live.
What do you mean we don't do the 300 anymore?
Well, I don't know if we don't do it because we don't have. I don't know what the reasoning is behind it, but I think it was a mix-up. So we're mixing it up now. So instead of doing the 300 or the 13 down, it's a combination of the two. So you do 200, where you work your way all the way up to 10 kettlebell swings and burpees, and back down to 1.
Okay, so let's fill the audience in on what I used to have to endure.
Yeah.
So when you say the 300,
Mm-hmm.
to me that means you have to do a total of 300 movements between these 3 exercises, and those 3 exercises would be squats, burpees, and push-ups.
Yes.
And you do 1, then 2, then 3, and these are all your sets. And you pyramid up to 10, and then you go back down until you do 1, and that totals out to be 300. It's 55 on the way up to 10 and 45 on the way down.
Correct.
So you end up doing 100 reps of every exercise. And you have 20 minutes to complete this,
Mm-hmm.
and it is timed. You're supposed to do it as fast as possible, very similar to a CrossFit workout. And that was like the conditioning at the end of, you would go all the way down to 1, and you ended up doing 91 reps of each exercise. And that was also brutal. But you only had, what was that, 10 minutes to finish that one?
Yes.
And that one is the one that kicks the shit out of you, actually.
Yes. It does.
Even though it's shorter, that one makes you want to fucking murder yourself.
Right.
So yeah, I'm familiar with these exercises. So what you're telling me is, our trainer Matt has condensed these into a single thing that is now 200 reps total.
Yep, for 10 minutes. So you do the kettlebell swings and the burpees in 10 minutes. You have to do 200 in 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, no, it is.
Have you finished it?
I finished. This is my first time finishing it. I think it was last week. It was 9. I got 9:58. Yeah, it's tough.
Whoa.
It's tough.
All right. So now, how is it structured?
It's the same way. You do the same. It's like kettlebell swings and just burpees. So you do that. You go up and down just like you normally do. Like you just do 1 kettlebell swing, 1 burpee, and you work your way up and you work your way back down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of it being 13 down, it's the same format
But-
as the 300.
But more.
But now you're doing 100 swings and 100
Yeah.
burpees.
Yeah, in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Instead of 91.
Yeah, it's like just 9 more, but it's like those 9 more really kick you in the dick.
No, respect. Like, I know, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucked up. And like, yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah.
But, okay. Yeah, that's just changing it up.
Yeah.
You're not getting it any easier than we had it. Like,
No.
you're just changing it up.
300 was super easy. You could take a break. You could relax in there. 300 was nice. It's over now. 300's done.
Don't ruin it.
300's over now, so there's no more 300. So as far as I know,
Too many people finished it, I bet.
probably.
And he was like, fuck this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was brutal.
Some grandma finished it, and he was like, hell no.
Probably. That's probably exactly what happened. He's probably like, oh man, so too many people are getting over on this thing. So now we gotta, change it up, make it a little bit more difficult. But
Well, that's great.
besides that, it's episode 231. This is Darren's happy. It's one of Darren's happy weeks. We can call it that because his boyfriend, Conor McGregor, has done exactly what Darren has predicted. He smashed him in 1 round. TKO. So I'll let you take it away.
All right, Anthony, there's nothing I like more than saying I fucking told you so.
Yeah.
There's nothing I like more than doing that. And I can't believe I took all the way until Tuesday to really get on the internet and start just kind of pulling my dick out and be like, remember when I said what I said? Remember when I said it?
Yeah.
Because I said it. Remember when I said what I said? When I said it? Because it happened. It happened. Now, did I think it would happen in the very first exchange like it did?
No.
I didn't. I wasn't certain of that. But it was a completely impressive win. And honestly, it went 40 seconds. It could have been stopped earlier. It could have been stopped maybe around the 25 to 30 second mark. But like they gave Cowboy a chance to show different movement and improve. But really, all he did was go from side to side and stay in the same kind of fetal position.
Right.
And so they really could have stopped it a lot earlier than they chose to. But I understand them giving them the benefit of the doubt and like seeing that, especially you are providing a form of entertainment for the evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not a hardcore fan, an early stoppage like that isn't just exciting. It's equal parts disappointing.
Yeah.
Because they paid for this experience to witness this guy and to witness him encounter this other guy who's like a grizzled vet who's going to stand in there, and then it goes away. It's very similar in terms of what I'm hearing from people, especially casuals, right, in passing. It's very similar to the talk that I would hear in my childhood after a Mike Tyson fight. And it's like, well, we stayed up all night
For
and the
7
shit lasted
seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, what was this?
Knocked me
Why
out
did I pay
13
this money?
seconds? 13 seconds?
But meanwhile, you forget that you're not just paying for that experience. There was a whole card
Right.
that you could have been watching and that you were watching and that entertained you while you were drinking and yelling and screaming for blood. That's what you paid for. Now, at the end of the night, you got a crazy experience. You got to see a virtuoso performance. And, like, if that's not good enough for you, I don't know what the fuck is. Like, there's times where, like somebody comes out and just hits him with that one shot and just drops somebody. And, like, that's exciting and all, but that's not even what you saw. Like, you saw somebody come straight forward and throw their very first strike is their most known and best strike.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who does that?
No one. It's usually feelers.
People say they're going to do that. People say that they believe in their shit enough to do that. And then they come out and they paw and they're weird and they're curious and they don't know what's what. And they don't want to make a mistake. This dude says, I'm going to go right out into the fray. He said that from day one. Like, I'm going to march out and we're going to see what's what in the middle there. We're going to see what's going on. And that's how he fought. And he hasn't always fought that way, right?
Right.
Like, there's been times where he lost, where he didn't fight that way. But when he fights that way, he tends to obliterate guys, regardless of skill level or what you may say about them. Like, you can say that Donald Cerrone was on a decline, and still is. This is 3 losses in a row for him.
Right.
Right? Where he's been stopped.
Yeah.
This is not good, right?
This is true.
You can say that.
This is true.
But, like, he's also a guy who will show up with, like, 10 days notice after already fighting and shit. Like, he's a gnarly dude. He's down for this. The losses, I don't think, really affected him. And I don't think he was diminished. Now, people are saying that the shoulder strikes demonstrate that his chin is diminished. But I don't think it's about his chin.
No.
It popped his nose.
Yeah. Regardless of that, have you ever been hit with a shoulder strike? That sucks. It's like everybody says, like, oh, it's kind of annoying. It's like, no. Like, there are dudes that, like, train shoulder strikes. Like, they go up to, like, the frame of the door or, like, you know, like, the little, what is it called? The trim of the door, and then just start whapping the shoulder against the frame of the door, just using that game.
Like in Thriller?
Yeah. Like, that's exactly, like, that was, like, my first Muay Thai experience of watching dudes do that against, like, the frame or, like, on the bag. They would just go whop, whop, whop. Just practice that shot when they were in the clinch. And then it hurts when people hit you with that.
Well, it hit his nose, and it seemed to cause damage.
Blood came out.
It caused damage. So for people to say, like, oh, like, it's his chin or he's diminished. Look, man, he got his nose broke, and then he got kicked in the jaw. Within a very short amount of time. Like, in a short amount of time, he had a broken nose, and he got kicked square in the jaw.
Right.
I think a lot of dudes who are in good condition and in good form experience the exact same thing in the exact same amount of time would have a very similar fucking outcome. And should be a little bit less critical of Cowboy. And how about the motherfuckers? How about the people that are saying crazy shit like,
it's a work.
Oh, it's a work, and that Cowboy took a dive. Are you out of your fucking mind?
How much money? How much money did they offer him? How much money could they offer him? Conor didn't make his $80 million. If Conor didn't make his $80 million, they don't have enough money to offer Cowboy.
What do you mean?
Like, if Conor, like we talked about this before, if Conor did not get paid $80 million, like they said that, you know, with everything, Conor got paid $80 million, right?
Okay.
So if Conor didn't make that much money, there's not enough money for Cowboy to be paid to take a dive.
I understand.
Yeah.
I just don't think that that's the mindset. And I don't think that that's necessary. Like, and that's not what I saw.
Yeah.
Like, he was hurt. Dude was hurt, you know? And Conor closed. And he closed well. He really picked his shots. Like, that number is wild. You see the number where it's like 19 of 20?
Yeah. It's like,
And you didn't get hit.
not zero. His hair wasn't messed up once.
Come on, man.
Oh man, it was wild. You know what was really wild? You know what we should have done? We should have gone against our gut
What?
and bet on Roxanne.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I've been thinking about that all week because I keep seeing her at the PI. And
Yeah.
the first time that we saw her, we all just clapped. We all started clapping when she walked into the fucking to the spa area. We were like, yeah. Good for her, man.
Yeah.
Like, good for her. Like, as much as I like saying I told you so, I also kind of like being wrong.
Yeah.
And especially when it's like, dude, I root for Roxanne. Like, I wasn't trying to run her down. I think I said that.
Yeah.
Like, I root for this lady because she doesn't have those attributes and because she's a fucking nerd. You know, like, look at my glass. I have tape on my glasses right now, bitch. There's tape right here. You know what I'm saying? This is nerd evidence. So, like, don't get it fucking twisted. Just because I don't fuck with anime and, like, I don't know anything about, like, Japanese culture, and I'm not obsessed with weird shit that children like just with the exception of pro wrestling. I'm talking about like Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles and shit like that.
I was just gonna
like,
say
even,
this. It was just that
even that I'm not even running that down. I'm just saying.
Right.
Even though I'm not into that shit, like, I'm still a nerd. Like, I understand. Like, those are my people. The people that like that shit are my people. People see me and assume I like that shit. But, like, you'll never see me in, like, a fucking Super Saiyan Rash Guard and a Dragon Ball Z Gi. You won't ever catch that happening. It will never, ever occur. You won't even see me. You won't even see me in, like, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer inspired Gi. That wouldn't happen because I'm not that kind of nerd. And I'm not a closeted nerd. I'm quite open. I just don't like to wear the gear and the clothing and, like, it just reminds me of Hot Topic. The only thing I'm willing to do is wear pro wrestling shit, and I wear it as much as I can.
Yeah.
I wore it in the PI today. I was wearing a Heidi Lovelace t-shirt. Shout out to Ruby Riott in WWE. That was her old name, but when she was still on the Indies, you know. And right now I'm wearing Henry Aiken's shirt, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Sorry, Henry.
No. I'm just ribbing him because
I
haven't talked to him this week.
Yeah.
And this week I was offered a ticket to see Tool in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that Tool was coming. I didn't know Tool was here, and I was like, I wonder if Henry knew. You son of a bitch. Why didn't you fucking tell me? But then I also realized that I've never seen Tool.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't fucking want to. Like, maybe there's some part of me that just doesn't fucking want to. Like, maybe I don't give a fuck. Like, all right, here's another confession.
All right.
I haven't listened to Word 1 of the latest Tool album that dropped this year, or dropped last year. Haven't listened to a single note of that album. Not one fucking note. And do you know why?
Because maybe you don't care enough.
Because apparently I don't care.
Yeah.
I think I still love that music. I really love the singing. Obviously, I love the vocalist, Maynard. But, like, I feel like maybe I needed that more at a different point in my life, and I need it less now. And, like, I come back to it. I listen to Tool. But, like, not that much. Not that much. In fact, like, music just isn't, it doesn't hit me where it used to in general.
Not one. The
So
Trinity is not coming true. The Trinity is not.
What?
The Trinity is not.
No,
coming.
no.
Oh.
That's not true because I was playing my guitar last night and this morning.
Okay.
So, like, me making music is different than
Listening to music.
me just, like, sitting around and kind of just being inspired by music in the exact same way. Like, I think music now is a function of movement. It's like when I'm training or when I'm about to go train, music kind of inspires that and the rhythm of it kind of moves me. But, like, if I'm not training, I'm kind of good.
Right.
If I'm not about to train, I'm kind of good. Like, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care. I don't really care.
Don't
That's an
never.
official stance of all Darrens.
Don't really
I
care.
don't really care.
No.
Like, I don't really care. Like, no, I don't really care.
No.
Like, that's.
It's okay. It's all right.
Oh shit. But yeah, shout out to Roxanne because that was a great performance, dude.
Yeah.
That was a great performance. And like, yes, like this woman had an injury, Macy had an injury. Now how about Macy pulling the fucking Kanye West and just snatching the mic from Joe Rogan? Did you see this?
I did not see this. What happened?
Bro, after the fight, Rogan goes up to talk to Roxanne.
Yeah.
And Macy's like, yo, can I talk to you? And Rogan's like, and she just gets the mic and she's like, look, I'm sorry, I'm injured, my ACL popped and da da da. And he's like, okay. And then they talk to Roxanne, and like, it was just like, she just snatched the mic. She just straight power moved Rogan. And like, what's even funnier is just shortly before that, he was like, I wonder if they'd do this if she was a man. And then I was thinking, nigga, if Macy Barber was a man and she tried to jack the mic from you, you would have fucking stopped her.
Yeah.
She never would have got it. Like, if Macy had a dick, she never would have got the stick. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. But he was like, what do I, okay. I guess you're talking now.
Yeah.
Like, what was he gonna do? Fucking yell at her? Like, he couldn't do anything. Like, he was handicapped by her feminine wares.
And
He couldn't do anything because of her gender,
and
which is hilarious.
You can't push her either because she's bad as a torn ACL.
Well, you can't push her.
Yeah, give me that mic back.
She's a girl.
No, you can definitely push her because she's a girl. That's a theft right there. She just stole something right there and then. That's a
maybe you give her like you box her out. So like if I'm holding the mic, right?
Yeah.
And then Macy comes through. You just kind of box her out. You go, whoa, Macy, we didn't come here to interview you. We're here to talk to Roxanne. Thank you.
Yeah, no, kick rocks. I'll be like, cut the feed.
Maybe you can do that.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed. I don't like stuff like that. I'll be like, cut it. It's like, see, no. I'll get fine. I'll take that fine. I take that fine. If I was Joe Rogan, I'd push.
I'm just saying, he was
pushed.
in a fucking awkward position. He was in an awkward fucking position.
Shoulder check that girl.
And I felt bad. I felt bad for Mr. Rogan getting emasculated like that by Macy Barber in the fucking.
It's okay. It's all right. There's worse things that happened that night.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Masvidal
stealing the style of your man.
Oh yeah, but in other Masvidal news, did you happen to see Jess's feed at any point during the night?
I did. I happened to see that she's ready to take it off for him.
Whoa.
That's what it said.
Yeah, so Jess made a funny post about being willing to take off that robe if he needed any help. And it was fucking hilarious. And I got DMs from like people that enjoy my my Instagram's thoughtier side.
Mm-hmm.
My Instagram has many sides. There's some jiu-jitsu technique, there's some weightlifting, there's some music, and occasionally you might see a bulge or some abs or my butt. Like you might see something thoughty.
A joke here and there.
I can't help myself. I'm a fucking hooker. And so people are sliding in my DMs like, hey, did you put her up to this? And I'm like, absolutely not. Like I had nothing to do with that post. It's fucking hilarious. And I support that post, but I didn't like inspire it in any way. I wasn't like, hey, here's what you should do. I was just sitting there looking at my post just like all you motherfuckers. She just happened to be next to me when she did it.
So you know what that means then? That means that your hookerness just slid off onto her.
That's not true.
It just emanated out. It's just like
sluttiness isn't communicable like that.
Yes,
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. What? Go to an all girls school. You'll figure it out pretty quickly. Which group?
I went to an all boys school.
Yeah. And see, it's different. There's no homosexual doesn't work like that, but sluttiness does.
No,
homosexuality doesn't work like that. But sluttiness
does.
But
sluttiness, you can spread?
You can spread, because if the cool kid's the slut, then everybody wants to be a slut.
Dude, I want to make everyone sluttier.
See, look at that. He's already trying it. It already happened. You got the captain of the team.
First, I got to become a cool kid.
You already got the captain of the team being a slut. So there you go. She had her thought post. Her little thought post, like, hey, what's up?
The shit was funny.
It was funny.
Like,
but still.
It's also like, it's sexual in a very unique way, I think, in the current culture. And we were actually discussing it a little bit. And so I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to give too much away. But I think most people, especially girls right now with social media being like framed the way it is, they display themselves, their physical bodies, and sexualize themselves that way. And I think there's other approaches.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good example of a woman being openly sexual without it being like in any way super crass or
Check out.
or demeaning to either party.
Right.
Right. It was just funny and sexual, and like that's nice. That's nice. And apparently, it got the attention of Mr. Brendan Schaub, and he talked about it on his fucking podcast, and that's great, honestly, because he has a forum,
Yeah,
with like millions of people that listen to him, and if he's talking about Jessica I's fucking Instagram story, then Jessica I did something fucking right.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing, and so it's nice. So like anyone that's critical of it, great. If you thought it was funny, great.
yeah,
Great. It worked. I know that much.
yeah. Oh, did you see? I'm sure you saw the Usman post on Twitter.
Okay, I have not seen these things.
Yes. Well,
I was told that Mr. Usman had some tweets that were off color, and then later said that his tweets were hacked, that his account had been hacked.
Yes.
So do you have these tweets?
I have some of these tweets. I can pull them up real quick. I have to find them.
Give me two of the really good ones.
There's one.
And then I have a question about the rest of them.
There was one of his bank accounts somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah. He puts a lot of his money in savings.
It like turns out he puts a lot of his money in savings. Now, remember when Gordon Ryan put out his bank account?
Yeah.
I feel like people do that just to demonstrate that they don't need shit, and that the decisions that they make aren't based on money. And if he has a bunch of money in his savings account, he would put that shit out on purpose, just to be like, hey, like not only do I have some money, but it's for this purpose. Like it's not in my checking account. It ain't going anywhere. You know, like I don't have to do anything. I can do whatever the fuck I want, and here's why. Now, how much money was in his savings account?
It was like $500K, I think, or something like that.
Right. That's enough money to start a life, start several businesses. He doesn't need to do anything else. Like nothing, not anything else ever. But he doesn't have to fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean like, like I'm set for life. But it does mean that if you put a contract in front of me, I don't just have to sign it. My bills will get paid, and the people that love me will be okay. So come at me with a good offer, or you don't have to. I don't have to fuck with you. Like that's a strategic thing to do. So like that doesn't, a bank account being leaked doesn't make me think you've been hacked. You know what would make me think you've been hacked?
Where is the uncensored version? There we go.
What would make me think that you've been hacked is if you sent me a random ad or a link to some bullshit that would give my fucking phone or computer a virus.
Yeah.
That's what usually happens when people's accounts have been hacked. When other personal shit comes out, when your dick pic comes out and you just happen to have a big, beautiful cock. If your fucking bank account comes out, you just happen to have $500,000 fucking dollars in your savings account. Like, I'm not sure, and I'm not saying he has a big cock. I was talking about me, and I'm not saying that it's not like that it's nefarious. I don't buy this idea that he was hacked. Now, what were these other tweets?
So Conor McGregor is a Irish pussy nigga. I'll fuck your wife while slapping the fuck out of you, punk. At the Notorious McGregor, I'll be raw dogging the fuck out of at Notorious McGregor's wife on gang, nigga. Let's be real, my man. The Notorious MMA is a fucking Irish punk who won't be winning today.
Okay, so
yeah.
Now, if you are sitting with one of your friends who says something hilarious, like, this nigga on God, and you're like, I think my account just got hacked, and you throw your phone at your friend.
Yeah.
And then he tweets out 3 things to Conor, and you're like, give me my phone back. Oh my God, my phone was fucking in the hands of a ruffian. And look what he's done. I just thought, like, okay, so he said things about Conor and said you had a lot of fucking money. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I think I shook hands with the dude that hacked your account.
Yeah.
Just yesterday.
I think so too. I think we all know who it is. McGregor.
No, this is only speculation and jokes. Like for real, I have no idea how he did that. I am speculating and joking, to be clear.
Well,
Because I don't want to seem like I'm double talking out here in the desert.
right.
To be clear, I am joking and speculating that Ali did this shit.
Yeah. Yes.
But I don't fucking know. I do say that I don't think it was fucking hacked. If it were hacked, I would expect ads or links to viruses like everybody fucking else.
Yeah. Or, you know what? Some white supremacist tweets. That's always a good one.
Yeah, white supremacy.
Yeah.
You know, the truth.
The truth. He said the facts. Facts of life.
You know, the truth.
Yeah. How America was made. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's see what's going on next. Oh, all right. Well, after that UFC, here comes another one.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yeah. So let's see if there's anything exciting about this. Let's see. Nick Lentz is fighting in the undercard of this one coming up this weekend in...
If Nick Lentz is fighting anyone other than BJ Penn, I don't care. And I don't want BJ Penn to fight ever again.
Okay.
So guess what that means for Mr. Lentz? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I see what he's trying to do too. And like, it's too little too late. It's too little too late. Like, there was a little window where it was like, where he tried to like get on with this personality. And then he keeps trying to like re-up it. And like, it started out with BJ. Where he made that poem about BJ. Do you remember any of this shit?
No, I don't. It's okay.
Nick Lentz made a poem about BJ Penn. Maybe more than one.
I don't make
And
poems.
they kind of came out like spoken word rap type things. And the first one was fucking funny, if I remember correctly. Like, I remember laughing, even though he's talking shit about my literal fucking hero, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you say funny shit. And like, so he was going with this gimmick. And it was like, I don't know, it was working for him a little bit. But then he just kind of fell off again. And then like when BJ got beat up in like the street, he tried to bring the gimmick back. And like, BJ, no one wants BJ to fight.
Yeah.
I think at this point, they would cut that dude checks for him to stay home, literally. Like literally stay in your house where nobody can come in there and get you drunk and beat you up. So it's like, what? Like, who's he fighting? Who's Nick Lentz fighting?
Oh, nobody.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody. Arnold Allen. Do you ever heard of this guy?
I haven't, but that doesn't mean anything.
He's
That
15
doesn't
and
mean he's
1.
not talented. He could be on his way up.
Yeah, he's 15 and 1. So,
Oh,
but it's also,
15 and 1 means you're a fucking killer.
but that's also the featherweight division. So everybody's 15 and 1 in the featherweight division.
How dare you?
I'm just saying, man. It's nothing special. It's like you got to be 15.
I mean, look, a lot of these guys dominate small shows because there's skill gaps, and then they all coming together into a room full of killers. So maybe you're the only killer in the room, and now everybody's got razor blades under their fucking tongues everywhere you go. Like, that's the UFC at 25, 35, 45, 55, 70.
Yeah.
Everybody got the razor blade. Everybody. There's razor blades all day. 85, there's lots of razor blades, but not everybody. Fucking 205, same thing. There's some razor blades, but not everybody. Heavyweight, there's like 6 razor blades.
Yeah, that's true. It's only 6. And one of them's coming back. Verdum, bum, bum, bum. Hey, Oleneski, come get you some.
Fabricio Verdum is one of those people that I think, like, history in terms of the way that it gets spoken forgets, but in the way that it's written, like, as more time goes by, the greater Fabricio Verdum will look.
Yeah.
Because of, like, when we're just talking about on paper accomplishments, is there a belt this motherfucker's never held?
I think he's held all belts.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, when you talk about greatness on a timeline, that's one of the measures.
Yeah.
It's like, they'll be like, oh, what has he accomplished?
It's like, wow.
And how do we figure out what you accomplished in the sport?
He's like, I got all these belts.
Yeah, we don't think about your record.
Yeah.
Because where would that leave guys like Randy Couture? We don't think about that.
Nope.
It's like, well, heavyweight champion, lightweight heavyweight champion. He did this shit a couple times, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, these are the things that we look for when we're defining what is great. And Fabricio Verdum has a resume that is a motherfucker. He is a motherfucker on paper.
Oh, yeah. Even on video. You seen that highlight with him versus Travis Brown where he gets up like
I'm not saying he's not bad at it.
No, I'm just saying
That's not what I'm saying.
I agree
I'm just saying, when people think of the greatest heavyweights of all time, I don't think Fabricio Verdum's name comes up enough, given what history is gonna do in 20 fucking years. In 20 fucking years, they're gonna be like, man, he beat everybody.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna say. In 20 fucking years, they're gonna be like, wait, he fucking beat everybody though. and then he'll get his due.
Yeah.
Then he'll get his due. So let's see if he can go for a run. Let's see if he can go for a run towards the title in the UFC now after this. He had a 2-year suspension.
That was reduced to 10 months. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's
So
chilling.
let's see what happens now.
Yeah, he's chilling.
And I'm optimistic. I think there's room for him in the heavyweight division. But I mean, there's 3 guys that I think are just calamity for everyone.
yeah.
And those 3 guys are Stipe, DC, and fucking Francis. Like, those are motherfucking problems.
So what do you want?
Those are motherfucking problems.
It's like, how do you want it? Do you want to get taken down and ground out? Do you want to get knocked into the upper echelon of the stadium, or do you want
Dude.
both to happen?
Dude, Francis can knock your head into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Like, he can do ugly, ugly things to you. He can kill you. Essentially, he can kill you.
He can make you into a viewer.
I mean, he's friendly and all, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Hi, nice
Like,
to
he's
see
been
you,
polite.
Darren. Yeah, hey.
He's been polite. No, it's not even like that.
Yeah.
We're not buddies.
Oh,
Because there's the people that you know from face and you say hello.
yeah.
You see them like almost every day. And then there's the person that you know from face that you just have this like smiling relationship with. You don't know the two any better than the other, right?
Yeah.
One, you just say hi, good to see you. And another one, you're like, what's up? And you just keep it moving, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, but you don't know anything about this guy. That guy could be a serial killer. He could be the worst person. But like, when you see that dude and he sees you, it's like, oh, what up? And then you just keep it moving. And then there's like your actual training friends and like
Right.
people that you get to know, right? Francis and I are on like that first level of friendship where it's like, hey, what's up? And we keep moving.
Hey, man. Hey.
There's no emotional though. There's no like, hey, what's up, dog?
Hey.
We don't go eat steaks or anything.
Oh, okay.
But he is friendly. But even though he's friendly, whenever he's around me, I'm just like, man,
He's a
if
giant.
I were to upset that guy, how bad would it feel? Like it's nothing I actually want to know. But like, how bad would it hurt? Not if he punched you in the face. Because you might just go to sleep.
Yeah.
So you don't experience it. Now your face is going to need surgery probably. You'll experience the recovery. But you won't experience the punch. But if he hit you in like your chest, like a dad punch, you know what I'm saying?
Like, pop. Like, chill out.
Like you know, and like this-
Stiff straight.
in a non-abusive but physical household, it
Yeah.
may be acceptable if a child says something completely wild, right? Like
Yeah.
something completely out of line. Like if you're like, you know what, Dad? I think you should be fucking quiet. He's
It's
like,
like-
what? And he just punch you in your chest. Like, have you lost your fucking mind, boy?
Fires
Like one of
off
those
a
kind of
right.
punches.
Yeah, fires off. It's just a
Right?
quick right. Just straight
What if
into you.
Francis' dad punched me dead in the sternum? Like,
It's
like-
okay. It's okay. Francis would be so happy to see you too. Francis' dad would be so
then
happy.
again, that might kill me too.
I mean, Francis'
Haven't
dad.
you ever seen a kung fu movie?
All I'm saying is this: Francis be looking for his dad, so he might hit him. He might hit his dad first. I'm just saying.
You son of a bitch.
I'm just saying it's true. I don't think he knows his dad. I think his dad just dipped out on him. His dad's like a famous street fighter that just dipped out.
All right. How old is Francis?
Francis is probably in his 30s. What are you trying to say here?
How old is Francis, man? Hurry up before it's not funny anymore.
33.
Ah! See, that's too close.
Yeah. So no, dude, he's like
I could be his uncle though. I could be big uncle.
big uncle. Yes. It was you. You left me in the sand mines.
If he was 20 anything, I was gonna be like, oh. I would just go with it. I would make it that the gimmick.
Oh, I lied. He doesn't know his father. Sorry, Francis.
You son of a bitch. See, you just said that because he's black.
No, I said that because I thought.
Anthony, you are a racist.
Fine.
You are a racist, sir.
All I do is see pictures of his mom. So what am I supposed to expect?
You know what's funny? So my little sister was here,
Yeah.
and she was telling stories about like just like growing up, and like we all grew up. My brother, my sister, and I grew up in the same house. We had completely separate lives. Like I have no idea. Like Like I can't stress this enough. I have no fucking idea what my brother or sister did in their spare time at all. The only thing I know is when I saw them with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Okay? So like at some point my sister was like a hardcore booster. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's a fancy word for shoplifter.
Oh.
Like one of those people that goes into a store with like linings and like contraptions to steal shit and make money. Like there was like my sister was a fucking gangster and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Outlaw life. Like for real. Like real outlaw shit.
You think
I
you
had
think
no
you,
clue.
you think that had something to do with you as a child? What you did to her as a child?
What did I do?
You
Set her hair on fire?
Toss her in the dumpster?
Yeah, I threw her in the trash.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a bad person.
I'm just saying, man.
Look, just because I set your hair on fire and throw you in the trash doesn't mean I'm going to turn you to a life of crime.
I think
These are your choices. My choice was to throw you in the garbage.
I was trying to help you out.
My choice
Trying to help you
was
out.
to set your hair on fire. Your choice was to turn to a life of crime.
I had no
But
hair.
that's long past. This is like childhood shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't know what the fuck my brother did every day. I don't know what he did. I have an idea. I think he was in the library a lot reading instead of being at school.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But like we're all weird. Like all of us are weird and we're all doing different shit. But like while my sister's talking, she's telling stories about like how she talks to her son. And in case he's like, "Are you my mom? Like are you my mother?" Like
Yeah.
at some point he's like, yeah, like me and Darren just kind of got along like right away. Like when I realized that like he just tolerates shit and he's cool, like we just got along. And she's like, "No, Casey, you got along because you grew up with your mother." That shit made me laugh so hard. Shit was so funny. It was nice to have like my families, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is my family now. Like we live together. Like they know my secrets. Like it's obviously it's friendship, right? And it's also it's obviously a job, right?
Yeah.
I'm employed here.
Yeah.
But like they're my fucking family too. And so like having both my families in the same room was fucking neat. And like having a strange moment where they kind of realized there's a similarity was really, really funny. Like that was fantastic.
That's good.
That kind of made my whole life.
That's really good. All right.
So we got to talk Connor. We even did a little personal stuff.
We did.
Is there any other like MMA fighting type
Oh yeah.
news shit?
So yeah, this is besides the UFC coming up this weekend, which we can briefly go over. All right. We'll just do first three. Curtis Blades, Junior Dos Santos.
I mean, honestly, if JDS wins, it does nothing for the division.
Nope.
It just keeps this same fucking 4 dudes in the goddamn conversation. So I want JDS to get fucked up. I want JDS to get taken down and beat the fuck out of, so we can have some kind of parity in the goddamn division. Like we need new challenges, and Curtis Blades presents a new challenge. So I'm gonna go Curtis Blades, second round TKO, ground and pound.
Yeah. All right. Rafael Dos Nachos versus Michael Chiesa.
Dos Nachos versus Chiesa. I'm gonna go Chiesa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chiesa because he's gigantic. First of all,
Yes, he is.
he's very, very big, and I think he can get it to the floor. And I think he's better than RDA on the floor. I think people think that like, especially jiu-jitsu people,
Brazilian.
are brainwashed to believe that like if you're from Brazil, your jiu-jitsu's on another level. Like, get the fuck out of here. These motherfuckers can't wrestle. Okay,
No, they cannot.
get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, if they're so good, how come they're not dominating like they used to anymore? The numbers game is shifting out of their favor.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're dead in the water now.
Yeah.
Fuck Brazil. It's a third world country. We're gonna let them reign forever? Like, they don't even have any fucking resources. All their best guys moved to fucking America.
They did.
Fuck out of here. So Chiesa's gonna fuck him up super bad. I'm gonna say Chiesa by decision though.
Yeah. No rear naked.
I don't know if he finishes him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if he finishes him, but I think he physically dominates him. And I think he can do it for 3 rounds. He only has to do it for 3, right?
Yeah. 3.
Dude. Chiesa unanimous. You know, I don't even think anyone's gonna fuck it up. I don't think it'll be confusing. for these idiot judges out here. I don't think it'll even be hard.
Nope.
You might get a 30-26 if he has his back for like more than a half a round. You might see 30-26 on one of them cards.
There you go. All right. Now, switching gears to Bellator. This is the first fight of Cyborg in Bellator.
Who's she fighting again?
She's fighting the champion, Julia Budd.
Yeah, Julia Budd. Okay, respect. Julia Budd. Julia Budd is a skilled lady who's been around for a long time, and I've met her before. I used to have a crush on her.
Is she a lesbian?
She wouldn't know me from Adam. But I think we're talking about different levels here. And I think Cyborg's gonna walk fucking through her. Like it's no big deal.
Another belt. Another belt. It's a world title fight.
So yeah. So Cyborg, first round KO.
Smash.
I just don't think Julia can take her down. I think if you can take her down, even if you're not successful, like if you can give her like real pressure on the takedown, then there's the ability to get her hands so low that you could hurt her.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Julia can threaten her. I don't think she's athletic enough to take her down. And I think she's going to get hit in the face.
Yeah.
So Cyborg, first round KO.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go through the
Welcome
feature.
to Bellator.
The feature fights. We got Raymond Daniels is fighting some guy named Jason King. So you
In MMA?
Yeah, in MMA. You get to see some either you can see some ground and pound by Jason King, or you can see some wild 360 kick in the face.
Look, dude, I love Raymond Daniels. Right?
Yeah.
Please don't do MMA because, dude, unless he's been wrestling so good and doing so much jiu-jitsu on the low, and just no one knows.
Yeah.
Like if he's been doing 4 a days, 2 wrestling, 2 jiu-jitsu every day for the last you know what I'm saying? We're like the best guys in the world. Who knows what the fuck he's doing?
Right. It's like nah.
I'm not in his camp. I don't know this dude personally. I've literally never seen this motherfucker. Like. He could be doing the wildest training in the world. He could be doing some Rocky IV type shit. Like getting ready. I don't know. But man, it's an exciting thing when he's in a ring with 16s on or 12s. It's exciting. You put him in 4-ounce gloves, he can get wrapped up, dumped on his noggin. I don't know why we're doing this. Like I don't know why. Like, or maybe he just likes to challenge himself.
Yeah.
You know? And they're gonna cut you a check to challenge yourself. And if your ego is in a place where you're like, I'm willing to accept any outcome as long as I really fucking try, then go right ahead. Go right ahead. But I like seeing him in formats where he's more likely to succeed because I really like watching him succeed. He's a spectacular fighter. He's a brilliant kicker. And that's what I like seeing him do. I like seeing him kick people in the fucking head.
Yeah, it's always good. Let's see. We have Sergio Pettis' first fight in Bellator as well.
Oh, right. He moved over.
Yeah, versus Alfred Kashafa.
Okay, well, good power to him, you know? I hope that all works out for Sergio. Anytime you change organizations, that first fight, people are going to have their eye on you. And they see you as a representative of that organization, which has nothing to fucking do with you, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's 500-600 motherfuckers on the roster. If I walk up to one of those dudes and I tap them out, does that mean UFC fighters are fucking soft?
No.
Like, what the fuck does that mean? It doesn't mean shit.
Nope.
However, that's not how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to play out to the crowd. That's not how it's going to play out media. They're like, oh, that guy came from the UFC and Bellator fight on his first fucking da-da-da-da-da. You know? So, like, gotta have a good performance. It's the position that you're in. It's stupid that that's the way that people view it. It's stupid that that is where the culture is. But it's just the facts.
Yeah.
So he has to embrace that. He has to embrace that kind of pressure. And he has to do a spectacular job. He needs a great performance. Otherwise, honestly, it will be viewed as a lackluster performance if it's not spectacular.
Let's see. Oh, a namesake, but spelled differently. Darren Caldwell. Or Darian.
Yes. Mr. Caldwell.
Yes. Quarterfinals.
He's super good. He's a super, super good fighter. Who's he fighting?
Adam Borkis. Borkis. It's the quarterfinals of the welterweight Grand Prix.
I mean, I can't imagine him losing this fight. Caldwell's good, man. Darren Caldwell's good. I don't like his spelling or pronunciation, but it's all good.
I know.
He's super good at fighting, and I respect him.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know what's
What sounds?
you know
You,
what-
you don't need to show me your dick. I'm cool.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh,
This
okay.
isn't for the Pornhub audience.
Gotcha.
You know what sucks? My dick. No, that's not what I was doing. What sucks is that I have all these pants, Anthony,
Yeah.
and I hope Matt Levy hears this. You son of a bitch. I hope he hears this.
They don't
I
fit.
have all these pants from the garage days when I had the academy in the garage, Anthony.
Yeah.
You know, back when I was happy.
And you're happy.
And
Is that true?
you know,
That was,
back when
life was
I had
simple.
less wrinkles. Do you know how much fucking younger I used to look? when I lived around the corner from my school, and I could ride my BMX bike with a joint in my mouth to my school, teach my dick off. All my classes were fire as fuck. It was sick. I was making tons of money considering my living expenses. I was the happiest man in the world. I went to Miami whenever I wanted. I would just chill in Miami and smoke weed on the beach for no reason, Anthony. For no fucking reason. Like I said, I was happy there.
Yeah, I heard you're happy. You're happy at Miami specifically. I hear you.
Where was I going?
So these jeans.
Yes. And during that happy time, Anthony, I bought these and many other pairs of jeans.
Yeah.
And to get me out of the depression that came when I lost everything, I started lifting heavy weights.
Yeah.
And at first, even though my jeans that I got when I was still on top, my financially on top, these are tailored jeans.
Mm-hmm.
They were tailored to fit a man who is less than the man that I am now, Anthony.
Yes.
Like, we weigh the same thing,
but things just.
but we are not the same shape exactly.
Things just pop a little bit more.
The thighs, Anthony, look.
I understand.
The thighs of my jeans
Yeah.
have gotten so tight that it pushes up into the crotch
Yeah.
of my jeans. And this is not just this pair. There are other pairs that are like unwearable.
Oh.
And sometimes you don't even find out that the pair is unwearable until you try to do a fast movement in that pair of pants.
Yeah.
And in like a sitcom, when the guy bends over and his pants rip in the ass.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens when your pants don't rip in the ass, Anthony?
They rip in the crotch.
What if they don't rip? What if they should, but they don't? Do you know what they do?
They suck in. Just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They nearly penetrate you, Anthony.
Yeah.
What they do is they try to rip, but the clothes are just
Too tight.
too well made.
Too tight.
And they don't rip.
Yeah.
So instead, the center seam of your crotch, the center seam, that cross seam,
Yeah.
that's where the power lies, dog.
Yeah. Goes up.
that's where the fucking power lies. That comes for you. It goes through your taint at an angle that kind of pushes into your scrotum, like it's going, and the angle continues to curve as if it's coming out of your dick.
Yeah.
The amount of pain that was caused by me dropping down to pick up a lighter,
It was enough. Well.
bro, I threw those pants away. Like, those pants were just gone. Those pants are dead because they literally tried to attack me. I just did an innocent action. I was like, oops, drop that lighter. Let me just bend down and grab it. And then these pants were like, bam! They fucking hit me hard. Like, they came after me.
You know what's harder than that? Is your mom telling
What?
you look like a hoochie mama in your jeans.
Who said that?
My mom said that to me. It's like, those are your hoochie mama jeans, huh? And then she denies that she ever said that to me. It's like it's immediate denial. I've never said that. I would never use that word.
Look, man, I've got certain attributes that need to be displayed in order for me to put myself out there and demonstrate that I might be an attractive girl human being.
There you go.
And these attributes require
Some tight
a
jeans.
frame of a tight jean.
Tight jean.
Not super high, not super tight. Shout out to your mom's house.
Somewhere in the middle.
But somewhere in the middle. And exactly the middle. Because I'm not down with this everybody's deep root jean.
Nah, man, I just saw your dick vein from the top of your hip line.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to see that.
Oh no, you mean my actual one?
Yeah, like dude, like literally, it's like that was a dick vein I just saw. Like literally, it like came from like all the way
No.
up to your hip. And it's like it's the same. It's like I saw it. Like that's a long life lived right there. That's what that shows. It's a long life lived. That was a dick root that started like at your like side abdomen and was working its way
Stop.
down. It's like
You saw nothing.
it's a long life
I'm just
lived.
saying, no one needs to wear their jeans down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you don't need to wear your jeans down there. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, actually. Like,
no,
and how you? I don't think you can do that if you have a big ass.
I think you can actually. If you got tilt up and down.
So, all right, look. No, man,
You know,
because
but you don't think
no,
it's like you have to give a
your ass will pull them back up. You'd have to have no ass and
mate.
then sag them down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Joel Osteen has no ass, so you're right.
Your ass will pull them back up.
Yeah.
So you've been doing your squats. You can't even show that much fruit. So I know you ain't got nothing in the back.
Exactly. Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen. Ugh. I'm built like a horse.
Ew.
Man.
Why'd you even mention that cunt?
Because
Give me some weird news. Wait, let's start with weird news. Joel Osteen doesn't have an ass.
He doesn't. See what happened to all my weird news?
Facts.
Is it gone? History. Well, I can tell you off the top of my head, there's a man named Sexy Vegan. That's his legal name. And you want to know what he looks like?
I already know what he looks like. Skinny, white, and unfuckable.
I mean, you want to know how unfuckable he is?
Is he asexual?
No, he's so unfuckable he has to fuck his dog.
What are you talking about?
He said, California man named Sexy Vegan entered a no contest plea in a case where he was accused of sexually assaulting his dog and posting a video of the abuse on social media.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Look, man. So, some people just like
Whoa.
shouldn't have the Netflix account.
Whoa.
And this is what I mean.
Whoa.
Some people
It wasn't even like
saw
that.
that movie, that Netflix special, Don't Fuck with Cats.
I haven't seen that yet. This
They
is
saw that shit and they were like, nigga, I could do better. And apparently,
he did. He got a
what
salad.
did he do?
He got a salad tossed by his pit bull.
Oh, yeah, dude. All right, people do this all the time. No, I'm not trying to like.
He's like, oh, I've heard this story before. This
I'm
is
not trying
quite
to
normal.
gloss over it like it's not bad or wrong. But here's what I will say: like, I in no way endorse any form of bestiality. Let's start there. Disclaimer: Darren Branch does not think you should fuck animals. Doesn't think animals should fuck you. Don't think it's a good idea. Just I think it's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have any direct issue where I would like, and by direct issue mean like I would call the cops on you or I would beat you to death with a hammer. That's what I mean, like direct intervention, right?
Yeah.
If I saw you with your legs behind your head and your dog licking your asshole, I'm just gonna leave the room and never talk to you again. I would not call anyone. I'm serious. I would not call anyone. I would not beat into your skull with a hammer. If I saw you fucking your dog, you might die, but you would go to prison if you didn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because one is taking advantage of like a natural behavior and doing something inappropriate with it to my eye. And like that means that me and you can't fuck around. I don't like you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. But you didn't really do anything that caused this creature harm. This is something that they were going to do anyway. They lick assholes all the time. This is normal, actually. They try to lick your asshole all the time, and you just don't let them.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. So like it's
All right,
I kind of get it,
Yeah.
but I would never ever want to be friends with you, and I would never talk to you ever again. But if you were holding an animal against their will and penetrating them, I'd fucking kill you. And that's at my worst. If I had no self-control, I would probably grab the hammer and start hitting you. But
Okay.
if I had self-control, I would just call the fucking cops and be like, yo, I'm seeing the worst thing ever. You got to come get this motherfucker before I get that hammer. And that would be that.
Yeah.
So, like, this dude only is going to prison because he chose to share this with the world. And it got outside of the circle of people that agree with him, right? And once it got, or he got in the wrong side of a person who agreed with him. Who had this information was like, hey, motherfucker, you can't call my mom a bitch. I've got this video of you getting your asshole licked by a dog.
Well, I mean, he posted it on social media, so
On what form of social media?
they don't say, but I imagine that.
Because like, what are we calling social media?
It definitely wasn't a text message.
Here's all right. Is FetLife social media?
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. It's like a adult website where you can have like profiles and shit.
Yeah, that's social media.
I just think that when people think of social media, they think of the major things. That means like Instagram, Facebook. Like he posted it in a chat room. Oh, it's social media. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's whatever. But like if you post something, and this it's not in the open community, he wouldn't have posted this on Instagram. He posted this in some little dark space on the internet where motherfuckers that like this shit and jerk off to each other like that shit. And so either someone infiltrated it and was like, I got you, motherfuckers. Or he got on the wrong side of somebody who knew his secret. And they were like, yo, Hector over there fucking his dog.
So weird. All right,
Smokey over here taking the shit.
Let's move over. Let's move on to the next one.
I'm just saying, that's what happened.
I get you. Outrage after a Chinese theme park forces pig to bungee jump.
Oh, wait. I want to know why you're so eager to move on. I want to know.
It's like here goes my career. It's like if anything else, this was it. If anything else I could defend easily. So this one was like, all right, man, this is tough. Making my life a little hard.
I can defend them all.
Okay. Well, you can defend them all. I can't. So
no, I try to defend the indefensible, dude.
I understand.
All right, so what's
outrage after Chinese theme park forces pig to bungee jump.
It's all animal abuse today.
Yeah, it is.
Everything is animal abuse. This goes back to doing something that is not a natural behavior against your will, right?
Yeah.
This is naughty. You can't make Peppa Pig jump out of the fucking gimmick. Like you can't put a bungee cord on Peppa Pig and then push Peppa off the fucking pier.
I mean, that's what they did. They
you with me on that?
They tied a cape on him. They pushed him off. And
yo, for real, I need to see a doctor. You can't push Peppa Pig off a fucking pier. Like, that's not. I shouldn't be allowed to talk anymore. I should be taken.
Hey, man.
I should be taken to see a doctor immediately. Anthony.
Alliteration.
I'm worried about me. Are you worried about me?
No, I'm not worried about you. This is just another day in the life of Darren.
Jesus Christ. Episode 231.
Yes.
Has been a pleasure.
It has been.
Not just because I got to say I told you so. And I did. And it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say it again. But because it's nice to know that no matter how many episodes we do, there's always going to be new things to fucking laugh about, new things to fucking talk about.
Yes.
We could do this indefinitely. And that makes me really happy. Anthony, did you have one more piece?
Nope. That was it.
Excellent. So, Anthony, this is goodbye for real. And internet, this is goodbye for now. Because I feel like a lot is about to happen. And maybe it's just because Casey was talking that shit. And we're not really like, I don't want to get you guys fucked up. Like, we're not really law of attraction people, right? But it's not that we're not. So for now, goodbye, internet. XOXO. Anthony, peace.